This is a how-to video of how to fit a KeelEazy keel strip kit to a relatively new composite sea kayak. This is a Greenland T by Rebel, a rolling kayak, beauty. This, what you're going to need before you start is obviously the KeelEazy kit, pen and a measure, a soft measure or a static measure like this will do the trick, a heat gun with a power supply, leather glove just so you don't burn your skin when you're using the heat gun, a sharp Stanley knife, a pair of scissors. Stage 1, the cleaning process. In the kit there should be a couple of cleaning wipes set in here. These are isopropyl cleaning wipes. It's really a rubbing alcohol. We've got to go over the full length of this just to get any residue or grease off. If you find your boat's been paddled a fair bit and you've got some scuffs, maybe some light sanding would do the job, just to get away any gnarly bits that may prevent the KeelEazy from sticking well. It may look like you're not doing much, but in fact you are getting the worst of it off. Stage 2, quite important to make sure that the keel strip's central. On a boat like this it's dead easy because you've got a super defined keel down the whole of the boat. Because this is so well defined, the keel line, I'm going to do it by eye. Take the keel strip out of the box. You'll see that the corners have been pre-rounded, and we're going to start right up the tip of the boat, just behind the toggle pull. If you start too far down, there's a chance as you run the boat aground or run it places that the front of the keel strip might start to peel off, so start as high up as you can. Here's a little tip for you. If you get your Stanley knife and just give a quick score on the blue backing paper this way, there you go, that's got the first bit off as well. There we go, so that's started. Lay this by eye from pretty high up. So looking underneath I can see there's a really strong line that's central still. We've still got a strong line here, just keeping it central. Pulling the blue backing paper off as we go. This is the bit I really enjoy. I've pulled the backing paper off and now I'm right down by the stern of the boat, and now by eye, because we've got a really well defined keel line, I'm going to just lower the strip under tension down. See from here that's pretty straight down the middle, just by eye. So leave the backing paper on at the back here, and we're going to work from the centre towards the front and then from the centre towards the back. Stage 3, heat gun and glove. I'm right-handed, so I tend to use the glove in my right hand and the heat gun in my left, working from the centre to the front and then from the centre to the back. That means that as we stretch slightly the keel tape, we're not going to end up with a lump in the middle. Any kind of heat gun, or sometimes people have put them on with a hairdryer. It just needs heat to try and just reset the plastic. It dissolves the plastic a little bit and resets it when it cools down again. It tacks the glue up and allows the whole keel strip just to sit lovely on the surface of the boat. It's more important as we get nearer the sharp end of the boat, where we've got very acute angles, to apply the heat and work our way down either side of the boat so we can get a really nice fit on the keel strip. So now we're coming to a slightly more acute angle of the boat, the bow and the stern. I'm going to go round to the front. I'm going to use the heat gun and I'm going to try and pull this slightly at the same time as laying it down. And that means that this blade edge, this outer edge, should start to fold itself down naturally with the heat. And then we can stick it down with a bit more pressure with the glove. And it'll mould itself much more keenly to the profile of the boat. So that's with hardly any effort I've managed to get the KeelEazy to fold itself down over the bow. Just reline this up at the front and tack it down again. Heat gun in the ungloved hand, gloved hand applying the pressure. I put the pressure onto the top of the keel strip first. Now I'm going to go back over it again and apply it down the sides to flatten the sides down. I could have chosen a white keel strip for this, but because the side stripe was black and the deck fittings were black, I thought black might look pretty good. Okay, now working on the back end, still just come around the other side, so I'm right-handed, I'm working my way forward, heat gun in front of the glove, so from the centre working towards the back, over the fin box and then over that fairly acute right back angle at the back of this boat. Here we go. Now we're coming over the fin box. There's no special kind of technique, just keep applying it as if the fin box isn't there. We're going to cut that slot out afterwards. You can see we've got a little bit more KeelEazy than we need. So this is going to be just behind the toggle. Scissors, cutting it off straight. And then, either using the scissors, you can give a nice rounded edge so that we lose that corner that might just get sand under it. I'm leaving a bit of the blue backing paper at this end because if I pulled it all off I'd get a lot of sticky glue on my fingers and it's quite tricky to release. A bit of a tug and a bit of heat applied and you'll see the edges here start to naturally work their way down onto the boat. We've gone round that slight curve, the KeelEazy's stretched in the middle a bit and the blade edge is now nice and snug against the boat, so we can work back on a flat section again, reapply the KeelEazy down the centre and then we can carry on with the heat gun to finish the whole job off down. So, releasing the skeg. The skeg box is under the KeelEazy here, you can feel it under your thumb. Fortunately this has got a really well defined edge, so slotting the Stanley knife in between the skeg and the edge of the fin box, and you can work the blade along the edge of the fin box and that should give you a straight line. So I'm not right at the very end, I'm a couple of inches in, pierce the KeelEazy and just run the blade along quite nicely along the edge of the fin box until it stops. There you go. And same on the other side. Let's run it back the other way again. Pulling up the pieces that have been cut and about maybe 2 or 3 centimetres back from the very end of the score. Just cut yourself, leave yourself a little bit of a strip there because that's going to be folded down back into the skeg box. So we've got a little tail there that can be tucked down as well. Try and just round the edges off so we've not got a sharp point. Round edges always work best. Something like that. And then we're going to tuck this down into the fin box and stick that down nice and neat. You can always use the end of your scissors just to really firm it up down there. Same kind of thing at this end. That's nice and neat down there. So hot air gun again. I've got to be a bit careful here because I've got this little bit of string on the bottom of the skeg just to prevent it from jamming. I don't want to burn that, so I've got to be a bit careful when I get that end. A bit more heat and just try and make sure it's all properly stuck down around the skeg box. Bingo, another one done. That's how I fitted a 5cm wide keel strip to a composite sea kayak, and this time I've done it by eye rather than just measuring.